All right, you legends, how is everybody doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day today. We're going to analyze the situation, of course, for Bitcoin. We're going to take a look at Ethereum and some possible altcoins that could be pumping, the ones that we mentioned in today's video update. Guys, pay attention. There are a lot of altcoins that have been popping, making a 50, 100, 150% pumps in the last few days, and we want to see the ones that haven't pumped yet. So make sure to stick around in this live stream. We're going to talk about the scenarios, the possible projected move that we can see for some altcoins. We're going to try and discover a few of those good projects that haven't pumped yet, guys, because yes, when it's pumping, it's nice. Pump is likely to continue. We can jump into some long trades as well with those altcoins that are pumping, but we want to get in that nice ride, right, before the 50, 100% pump happens, right? Because then we want to start, scaling out, basically. So let's go right away through the comment section. Say hello to the beautiful community, of course, here as always. How are you guys doing? Make sure to absolutely destroy that like button if you enjoy the education, the analysis, the projections on possible altcoins. I mean, we're in a little bit of an altcoin season, right? Everybody's a genius in an altcoin season because everything is pumping. So, I ain't going to say, hey, I actually predicted this. We're just looking to ride the wave because a lot of them are, getting that move to the upside. So we're just trying to detect how we can get in earlier on these crypto projects before the actual pump happens, right? Such as Phantom, such as DAG as well. DAG has been doing absolutely incredible. Mina Protocol, we managed to detect here the consolidation just slightly breaking out here, creating a little bit of a double top. I wouldn't be too worried on Mina Protocol. This is one that we mentioned a week ago when we were trading here at the $1.30 range. It did out of a beautiful, beautiful pump from that range since we talked about it of over 25%. I would expect this one to actually pump much harder. It's just struggling here with the highs that was created here in January. Just tapped that level here yesterday and got a little bit of a pullback. Overall, I wouldn't expect much of a pullback here and finally just breaking through the highs of $1.70. Looks very, very good. This is just the first move, getting the first corrective move. We're going to analyze a little bit of these crypto projects, of course, to understand where we're getting support and where we could, basically see the projection here to the upside in the next coming days. Make sure to destroy that like button, guys. Give us a hand here if you enjoy the content, if you enjoy the education and how we are spotting these altcoins, which are the good altcoin projects that we can get into. Basically today, Acropolis is already getting the move. This is a baby cap. This is a baby cap. Me and you can pump this price of Acropolis. It is a good project. Since we talked about it on the video, it's already getting the move here in the last hour. My goodness, look at this. I mean, this chart looks insane. This is a project that has not even $1 million in market capitalization. Me and you, just with 10-20K, you can pump the price. I've actually been, when I buy this project, I actually see the price pumping significantly because it's up 12% here during the last few hours. This has 880,000, I was going to say million, 880,000 market cap. It is actually a good project. It got a gigantic pump here back in August, right? August here of 2023. It just went absolutely bananas. In just a couple of weeks, it pumped over 300%. It's a baby market cap. We are seeing a gigantic double bottom. We have a beautiful floor right there. We just got a little bit of a spring point. We got the neckline. Hey, once this gets above this level, it's just going to rocket. It's just going to happen, guys. So don't be surprised at seeing this. It's just likely going to happen. Let's go right away through the comment section. I think this is, a great chance on some of the altcoins that were mentioned today, because then what we're going to see, of course, we're going to see a rally similar to this one. And then, hey, look at Acropolis. It's pumping. What do you think about it? Well, what I think about it is, it's going to get the pump before it happens. And this is what we want to do with the analysis, right? We want to stay, before the actual herd knows about the token, we already want to be in with that 100, 200%. right? Profit. Let's go right away, continue here through the comment section. Of course, a lot of the mid-high caps are pumping. They've already got that 2, 3, 4x during the last few weeks. We want to go and fish, you know, some interesting projects such as Acropolis and also PRQ. PRQ, you know, Parsec. This is also a small cap, not as small as Acropolis, but this is forming an ascending triangle and the bullish pressure is there. This bullish pressure, these higher lows are just going to get squeezed at that resistance level where it is getting the sell-off basically, and it's just the bullish pressure, higher lows, because it's not creating lower highs, is just going to break to the upside in the end. Okay, it's just very, very likely. It's just a bullish pattern. It's an ascending triangle, and ascending triangles, why are they bullish? Because you basically have that bullish pressure having here, creating those higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. You know, how far can you create the higher lows into a resistance level? Well, just as far as you just finally just break through it, right? So let's just go through the comment section as well. Say hello to the beautiful community as always. Let's go right away here through comment section. Say hello to the community. How's everybody doing? Nensud, hello. Alan, T1, Nicola, Salim, come on, legend, Ivan Boras, how are you? Maz, much love from Boston. Thanks again for your awesome TA. What is your thoughts on ICP this bull run? ICP, very good project. I haven't been doing analysis on ICP to be honest, but we can take a look at it. DAG has been another one, guys. I mean, come on, this is the moment where retail are going to come in late. They are going to come in late like always. I just posted here a tweet obviously about Google Trends. Google Trends, where are you? There it is. You know, look at this. Just looking at Bitcoin, I'm going to be taking a look at crypto as well, but on Google Trends, you know, we are so far away from the all-time high, right, of trending things on Google. And this means that, you know, retail are not in yet. Of course, Bitcoin, we are seeing it everywhere right now. We can see Bitcoin everywhere. However, we're not seeing FOMO stage, right? People are still fearful in buying Bitcoin at this moment. You know, they're like, I don't know, we're already hitting all-time high. I'm probably too late. But once we get to, you know, 70, 80, 90, 100K, then obviously, you know what? I should be having some Bitcoin. So I might buy here at $10,000. So we are not seeing the retail search, the retail FOMO just yet. And that is still a good sign. This is still a good sign that, hey, we are going to see many weeks and months still, especially after the halving, you know, before retail comes in. When retail comes in, of course, you know, it's a moment that we want to start taking those profits from 2022, 2023. You know, I've been buying like crazy Bitcoin and many altcoins. And it's just an opportunity that is golden. It's a life-changing opportunity that so many people can take advantage of. But a lot of people are skeptical. I mean, a lot of my, you know, old school friends and yeah, I'm not too sure. You know, I'm going to wait till it goes lower and wait, and you just miss out. You miss out basically for not DCAing. Let's go. I'm going to take a look at ICP here for my man Maz. Let's go right away with ICP and take a look at the chart because, you know, ICP is an incredible project. It is really good. Massive, gigantic, double bottom scenario as well. You know, it's definitely without one of them that it was just extremely bullish on the chart. Hey, bear market is over right now, breaking through here the last few weeks from the neckline of that double bottom scenario pattern. And it is creating a lot of choppiness, no doubt, a lot of choppiness at this range. If we do manage to get a pullback here to claim the lows of the first pump that happened, this would be the ideal buy zone, because staying realistic, during the last 3-4 months, you know, we have pumped over 350% on ICP, and you know, we just need to consider that it's getting a little bit choppy. You know, could this continue very strongly to the upside, or are we going to get a Bitcoin pullback? Are we going to see a pullback just slightly before the halving or after the halving? Is it going to be a bit of a sell the news event, all right? Sell the halving event this year, because this year is completely different. We never broke all-time high in the previous cycles before the halving. of course, this time's different. We have institutional adoption, we have ETF. The inflows are just absolutely crazy. We can see just yesterday we had, where is he? There he is, Crypto Rover. Just yesterday, BlackRock, okay, inflows were 8,150 Bitcoin. This is almost 10 times more what is mined. This was just yesterday. He bought it above $70,000. You know, this is how crazy it's going. You might think institutions are going to sell at any point right now at profits. You know, no doubt that a lot of people want to take profits at the all-time high. However, you know, this guy over here, you know, if he's buying at $70,000, right? If, you know, if the ETFs are being bought, okay, at $70,000, I think this guy and institutions understand where we at in this cycle. They understand that Bitcoin is hard money. And they realize, you know, they have been studying the cycles, and they know that, hey, this has a lot more upside potential. So I think they don't mind buying at the all-time high. You know, they're basically buying at the highest level, right? They're just buying at the all-time high. So I think they understand the math because of the countdown that there is right now for the halving. They understand the cycle. They understand that this is a limited supply, and, you know, it's going to be the race to see how, you know, who is going to have the most Bitcoin. Who is going to have the most Bitcoin in the next coming years, right? When we do see here Larry Fink here buying Bitcoin, 8,150 Bitcoin at $70,000. So yeah, absolutely crazy. We do really live in different times. So will we get that pullback? Will we see the pullback? I mean, before the halving, after the halving, nobody really knows. You know, we are in that bull market at the moment, and just looking at ICP, we are so far away. I mean, ICP was one of those cryptos that launched in the bull run. It did launch in the bull run like many other ones, and this is why I say stay away from crypto projects, even if it's AI or whatever comes out next in the next coming months. When you are launching, when there's massive hype, and then we're going to see a lot of hundreds of altcoins launching when everybody's talking about crypto. You know, Bitcoin's at $120,000, Ethereum's at 6,000, whatever it is, but everything's been pumping and is at all-time high, most of the high cap cryptos. And you're going to start seeing, you know, these new altcoin projects. You know, this is the best AI project because it's going to do, you know, whatever that you know, for me, my recommendation, and of course, no financial advice, if you do buy when you are in the middle of the bull run or at the end stages of the bull run, you know, you are going to buy at extreme high levels. I don't know, you know, I mean, yeah, ICP launched, I don't know, was it $800 or $400? I don't know. We got a massive wick here, but it launched in, you know, at the end stages of the bull run. And of course, people did actually buy, and people were talking about this on YouTube. When it was trading at $400, $300, you know, imagine all of those people buying, you know, late. And it basically launched at a wrong stage of the bull run, okay, basically of the cycle. It launched at a wrong stage. If you're launching a crypto project here, you know, you want to stay away. If it is launched in the next 6 to 12 months and Bitcoin's well above all-time high, you want to stay away from those crypto projects that are launching in 6 to 12 months, because you're going to get dumped on. It's the wrong moment to be invested. We want to ride this wave, of course, but where you do make money, obviously, in this cycle is buying up in 2022 and 2023. You buy like crazy for several months, and this is where you start scaling out and make those huge, massive gains. Of course, there is time still to buy up and do quick flips, right? I've been doing really nice flips of doing a 2x, right? Putting a bunch of cash and doing quick flips. I'm not looking for that 20x because I'm happy to put 50k, flip it to 100k, and that's it. You know, call the end of the game. Right? So like quick gains. And this is the best moment to do that. You know, ride that momentum. This is why we've been talking about these different altcoins, right? Such as 𝗬ose. You know, 𝗬ose is already up since the video 50%, right? You put 50K on this, you're making 25K, for example, right? In a matter of a few days. Where can you do that? You know, basically in crypto or some, you know, volatile stock that is doing very, very well. So we want to take advantage of these momentum waves, okay? I think PRQ and Acropolis, they're ones that haven't been doing much. They are low cap cryptos. People don't want to pay attention to low cap cryptos because they think they're very, very risky. Of course, you could get those decent pullbacks of 10-20%. You just, you know, what I do basically is hold that pain, right? You hold that pain a little bit, because overall, the real pain has already happened. The real pain, which is the bear market, okay, in between 21 and 22, the real pain has happened, right? The depression and anger stage has already happened. When we do take a look at the market cycles, you know, we've already gone through that massive pain, which is the anger stage, the depression stage. This is in between 21, 22, and, you know, beginning stages of 2023. We're already starting to pump. You know, this we've already gone through that anger depression stage on the cycle. So any cryptos that you're buying here at these low ranges, you know, the pain is going to be very, very shallow. It's going to be shallow pains, right, of 10%, 20%. But overall, you would be expecting those massive big pumps because it's happened. The pain and anger stage has already happened, right? We want to take advantage for these quick little flips that we can do here during the next coming weeks and months. Let's continue here through the comment section. Aditya, my man, how are you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. Got my moderator here showing some power. Dave Digital, hello. How are you? Let's go. Sand just opened a long position on Sand. EGLD, please. Let's take a look at EGLD. EGLD, right away. What's going on with EGLD? I think we did do some analysis on this one. This one looks very, very good. What is this? This looks very, very good. Main reason why EGLD looks good and is likely going to see a possible 50% to 100% pump. We mentioned this on a previous live stream, is because you have that descending wedge structure that was broken here back in November of 2023. And this, for me, is that wave one. I'm looking at this as a swing trader, as an investor, right? As an investor swing trader, because what we have seen here is the first wave up after a brutal bear market. We got some, you know, we got some boxes and trend lines here from back in the day, even back, you know, beginning stages of 2021. So like I mentioned, when you do take a look at this chart, I think it's pretty clear, right, guys? I think it's pretty clear, you know, where we at, right, on the cycle. You know, we're just in that disbelief stage already. I think people are very much aware this is not disbelief anymore, that, you know, we're getting into that hope stage, right? A recovery is possible. Recovery, a bull market is actually possible. Look at this. Look at what's happening with Bitcoin. So it's pretty obvious, you know, when you do take a look at the cheat sheet, you know, we're basically at this hope stage, right? Optimism, you know, this rally is real, you know, it's happening, you know, it's actually real. The euphoria stage is still very, very far away. That is going to likely come in the next coming months, and that is where we want to get out. We want to get out, okay, because then we know what comes next. This ain't going to pump forever. Nothing in the world pumps forever. There's always a downfall, right? Even life, you're born, you grow up, you get old, and you die. So everything that goes up, that goes down. So we want to always know, you know, when to take profits. So basically, right over here, what we do have on EGLD is the first major rally here from the bull market, right? And ending in 2023. You got October, November, December. For me, this is a clear second wave, and we're going to get that an explosive third wave, very, very likely in the next coming weeks. This one's lagging behind. EGLD, incredible project, you know, one of those high cap good projects. It's just lagging behind as many, but overall, what I like to do is take the comparison here on good projects. We can take a look at Phantom, we can take a look at Theta network, right? So a Theta network is a great one right now to actually compare right, to see where we at in this bull market, right? So when we do compare Theta network here in the orange, right, what we can see is how we've been moving very, very similar, right? How we've been moving very, very similar. Hang on a second. Let me just get this. And do the mirroring, okay, of that momentum, okay? On the candlesticks, we do have EGLD, okay? You can clearly see here on Theta network, which has just gone through the roof. You know, I do hold some Theta in my portfolio. We were talking about Theta when we were trading at the $1 range. It's done over a 3x at the moment, so absolutely wonderful. Who has been buying Theta? You know, he's in absolute great gains. And like I wanted to explain here on Theta, you know, we got a third explosive wave. You know, this is what is happening, and we could be early on some cryptos before this third wave happens. On Theta, I'm not interested in buying Theta at $3, even though I think it's going to go high in the bull run. It's a long-term hodl. I'm not doing a quick flip on Theta. I'm holding my Theta till it goes to much higher levels. I do think it can break all-time high above $15. But in this case, what I want to show you is the stage of the bear market, right? When you do look at the last couple of years and you know, mirror the price action from EGLD and Theta, right? You can see how similar the price action has been during the last few years. And this is why we come with the analysis that EGLD, you know, is just on the beginning stages of breaking that first wave that was created here back in December. You know, if you can't see the opportunity, you know, I don't know what else I can show you right there. EGLD is a good project. It's a high cap crypto. It's lagging behind. We don't have them all pumping together and dumping together at the exact same time. You can see here how some different movements are slightly different, but overall it's just lagging behind here slightly, and you're just likely going to see that momentum happening in the next coming days and weeks. So what we do have here on EGLD, like I said, and a good tool to take a look at the possible projection of this third wave that is building up. EGLD could potentially be trading at the 1618 extension from the first wave. It's a classic target from a third wave that would take you to the $137. Now, you know, like I said, it's just a pretty obvious low of the bear market here in October of 2023 in the case of this altcoin and many other altcoins. You got that large pump here to the upside. Phantom's still up, absolutely. I think Phantom will manage to reach that $1. It's just getting a little bit of consolidation, a little bit of pullbacks. Overall, pumping very, very nicely. We'll go through Phantom in just 1 second. So nice, beautiful round formation here on EGLD. And, you know, as soon as this finds a little bit of steam to break the highs, it might fail the first attempt, but overall, you're looking for that final breakout at some point in the next coming weeks. It just takes a little bit of time, and they all don't move the same. When people realize that they've made gains on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some large caps, they're going to go to the second large caps, okay? And then speculate on those ones, realizing that this one has massive upside potential, and they're just going to look for that, you know, that big flip. I'm making gains here, I'm taking those gains, and I'm looking for the next altcoin to double my gains that I make, right? This is how it works right now. Opportunity of a lifetime, flipping gains, you know, from different altcoins that have been pumping. If you ask me about Theta, I'm not really interested on Theta at the moment to do any flips because it's pumping quite aggressively during the last couple of weeks. So that projection of the third wave could take us to the $137. This is not going to happen overnight. I got a lot of people that are actually impatient and say, hey, this hasn't pumped yet, right? Just like Mina Protocol just a few weeks ago. Not a few weeks ago, last week, we were talking about Mina Protocol at the 132, saying, hey, this is probably going to start getting that momentum to the upside very, very soon. Of course, it did take a week, but overall, it is up already 25% from the levels that we mentioned. And it's very, very likely, it's just failing here, this double top, and it's just very, very likely going to get that corrective structure and just, you know, continue to the upside at some point. So it's a patience game, okay? Whatever I mention here is just not going to pump overnight. It's like, oh, we talked about this, then okay, it's going to pump right now. It's understanding the projections that we could have. Theta, EGLD, guys, remember, you can actually trade them on Bybit. You can spot buy them on Bybit. You can trade them on Bybit as well. You do have an exclusive bonus on Bybit. I talked to Bybit to get that exclusive bonus of 20% fee reduction for my subscribers, and also $30,000 worth of bonus. It's a deposit bonus. More you deposit, the more bonus you're going to get here for your futures trading. If you cannot trade on Bybit, great alternative is 𝗬𝗫𝘂𝗿, where you do have also 20k deposit bonus, and they currently have the lowest fees, so take advantage. You can also trade EGLD right over there, and some of the altcoins that are going to be mentioned on today's stream. This looks beautiful. I haven't got any EGLD myself. I got someone in the comment section talking about EGLD, but when I see EGLD and I compare it to Theta Network, for example, or whatever coin that has been getting that momentum here, such as we could take a look at basically Uniswap, right? Uniswap has been another one that has also been performing quite well in the last few weeks, right? You can look at Uniswap right over there. Done a fantastic job here in getting that really large pump during the last couple of weeks, right? When we do compare it, they do have similar movements, as you can see, during 22 and 23, but you can see here in the case of Uniswap, the bottom being in October and seeing that wave up to in November and December, right, in a big explosive third wave, breaking the highs. A lot of these high cap cryptos managed to break the highs in December. What is going on with EGLD? We know with this round formation, with this, you know what? There is very, very high probability that EGLD is just gonna smash the highs from December at some point, right? Understanding where we at in this cycle and understanding where EGLD is at the moment. So EGLD looking absolutely beautiful. I wouldn't mind buying some EGLD or getting into a nice swing long position of 2-3x, right? Manage risk very well. Don't do any irresponsible trading, right? Oh, EGLD, Andy said it's going to pump in the next coming days. I'm just going to do a 20x leverage here, long position, and then you get a slight pullback here and a bit of a wick situation where it's going to be likely good opportunity to step in. But the people that are greedy and think they're going to make absolutely huge gains, turn 10k into 100k with a high leverage, you're probably going to get wicked out, because you do have that volatility. The market is here to take the money off you, not so you make money. The market is here to take money from irresponsible traders and traders that are not patient. And this is why it is risky to use high leverage. Low leverage, 2-3x, scale in with a small position. Be happy if you do get that 2-3x on your trade position and go out. A lot of people, I get DMs many times about people having their life savings on exchanges and stuff like that. Guys, smack out of it. Don't do any of that. Trading is a game of making consistent, profitable trades during several months and years. You build up your capital. You're not going to make $1 million in a few weeks. You build up your capital during the months and years. Super important, guys, because if I show you my DM box from people that are just totally irresponsible, make sure to educate yourself with trading. It is super important. Sweet, get to catch you live. Relief, how are you doing? Thanks for joining the stream, my man. How are you? XRP, let's take a look at XRP. Is XRP finally going to fly? It has been having some pumpy action here. Let's take a look at XRP. I know XRP has a huge army. What's going on with XRP? Let's take a look at it right away. My goodness, I never bought, I did buy XRP in my early stages when I got into crypto in 2018, but I sold them straight away and just started buying Chainlink and other altcoins that I thought had much better projections, because XRP is it's a really bad performer. I know that a lot of people are hoping for, XRP didn't manage to hit its all-time high from 2017. This for me is already a big red flag. It's a big red flag if you cannot manage to reach the all-time high from the previous cycle it's a red flag for me already. I don't like it. I don't, is it going to, I don't like it. This for me is already a red flag. When I do take a look at crypto and I can see cryptos that haven't managed to reach their previous all-time high, for me, it's already a red flag. Starting off from there, of course, can we reach this previous high in this bull cycle? Potentially, yes, but I don't know. I just don't like XRP. I think this was the XRP winning against the SEC. Was it in July of 2023? I think it was in July of 2023. We did see massive, was it the lawsuit? I can't remember really. I haven't been following XRP, to be honest, because I really don't give a damn about XRP. But yeah, it had a pump and dump right away back down here to the lows. To be honest, it is in an uptrend. It is creating higher lows during the last 12, 14 months. It has been in a pretty nice uptrend with higher lows. However, I don't like this. I don't like it. I think it's kind of a manipulated cryptocurrency. I don't like XRP, to be honest. However, we need to understand the chart. The chart is telling us that we are creating a higher low momentum. This means that we are in an uptrend during the last, 12 to 14 months. And we need to give it a chance. We need to give it a chance. When we do see XRP, the neckline, you could say that we are forming a gigantic double bottom scenario. Now, if we do manage to break through here, it does have a high chance to come and reach the highs here from July of 2023, right? It does definitely have a chance when you are forming this momentum to the upside. You just tapped this level yesterday. You just tapped the highs from November yesterday, okay? So with this formation of a double bottom, no doubt that there is demand. There is demand on XRP. There is hope. It has a huge army. I think it will likely manage to break out through this resistance zone. And once we break out through this resistance, it is time to almost reach the $1 to test this high over here. So the solid breakout of XRP above 75 cents is going to be a zone where we can speculate in continuing the momentum to the upside till we hit the highs here from July of 2023. This is an empty zone. It's likely to be an empty zone. Let's just zoom out because we probably do have some levels here from 2021 and 2022. And I think the easiest thing here is just to get the volume profile because we probably have some, it's relatively flat. We do have a lot of, it's relatively flat. We are getting resistance. This was just a massive hype pump based on, I can't remember if it was the lawsuit where XRP did win the lawsuit, and there was just a big massive 100% pump based on that. So it's a bit of a pump and dump. We don't trade the news because newses can be pump and dumps or dumps and pumps, right? We do not trade the news because they're not reliable. It's just a hyped moment. So what is currently happening right now with XRP is you have the value area low of 21.22 that is acting as strong resistance, as you can see here in November of 23. Also the last couple of days, this is the value area from the trading zone of 2021 and part of 2022, right? This large area that we had in the bull run and also the bear market start here late 2021. The value area low with the highest volume, right, is sitting here at the 70-75 cent zone. And this is where the price of XRP is struggling. However, you get above this level successfully in the coming days, we are having that bullish pressure momentum, higher lows. You get above this level, it's going to be interesting because there will be good opportunities on XRP to follow that momentum, right? Momentum to the upside. We did get a significant pump with high volume yesterday, and I can already tell you that you could apply volume strategy if you do, after this corrective move, get the breakout above the highs. I would be watching very carefully here a corrective structure to bounce here from the high volume node, because that breakout is going to have high volume, and you are looking for a possible volume strategy, higher low right there, to get in the momentum, because you have been broken a significant level of resistance here back in November, and you're flipping it as support with high probability to get that push to the upside to retest the highs. So it's going to be a little bit of riding the wave here. Once we break here this level, XRP is just likely going to have a significant rise of, we're going to take a look at the percentage right now, because what we need to be cautious about these highs is the swing failure patterns, right? You could just wick above it and come down. If it does happen fast, I want a solid several hour candlesticks here breaking through, and then you're looking for that possible support flip, or just a consolidation, basically a descending wedge structure right there, because it's going to give us a great opportunity to follow the trend here to the upside. And it might happen fast. This might happen in a couple of days. You know, the rally here is probably going to happen quite fast. There is really not much resistance. You're breaking through a gigantic double bottom neckline, and you're just targeting the highs here from July of 2023. It's just going to happen. It is going to happen once you break through this resistance zone. So can we speculate on XRP here to actually get the pump in the next coming days? Well, let's analyze here very carefully XRP on the lower time frames to see if we can get that opportunity to jump on the breakout, right? We're speculating on the breakout because breakouts could be fake outs, and you don't want to long the breakout because you want to pay close attention that the price does gain momentum and you realize it's not a fake out, so then you're confident for the price to find support and bounce. But on the first attempt, I would not long any type of breakout because it could end up in a very ugly fake out, right? This is what happens many times when we do take a look at a chart right there. Oh my goodness, we're breaking out from this high, let's all jump into a long position and then get absolutely wrecked. You want to see the price action leave the resistance zone with a nice move and sustainably form a nice corrective structure. That is when you know that you've broken out successfully. On the first attempt, you know, this for me is staying away. You stay away on the first attempt because you could very much get that fake out. So you wait for the breakout, and then on the steady consolidation, you look for that long position to get that continuation back up. So be cautious on the breakout. It could always be a fake out. You know, can we speculate on this move to the upside yesterday that it is going to find some really nice support? Well, let's take a look at the session volume profile here on XRP and see if we can find some very solid, strong support levels. We're currently at the previous day value area low, currently maintaining our support very nicely today. Look at previous day value area low, how it's trying to maintain that price. If we lose that level, we could get a steep pullback. So let's figure out where the price could actually maintain some support to possibly join and jump into a long position, right? Because big massive pump with volume, you know, this is very choppy and corrective. You know, this is likely going to end up with a nice pump in the end to test the highs from yesterday. It's going to happen. However, we want to figure out where that support can be to get into longs and manage risk very well. So let's take a look here at XRP and analyze here this possible level of resistance. We're going to take a look at Fibonacci right away. We could be forming a little bit of a harmonic pattern right there, and we're just getting that pullback. So 618 Fibonacci is going to be the zone of speculation here. 382 right now is where we are getting the consolidation today. 382 is usually a very shallow pullback. Preferably you would want 50% or 618 from the start of the pump. I prefer 618 because that gives you a really decent pullback. So what we do have here with the 50% Fibonacci is a clear level of resistance back here in the first week of March, right? We got a clear high right there that has been getting some resistance. That is where the 50% Fibonacci is. We got the momentum to the upside. The bigger the correction, the better, because you can get into the lowest price possible. So in between 50% and 618 is where I would be interested. Let's see if we do get that pullback in between today and tomorrow. And what I would be searching here in between the 50% and the 618 is for that double bottom, is for that local double bottom on the lower time frames, 15 minute, 30 minute time frame. Okay, looking for that corrective move to look for the double bottom scenario, descending wedge. Okay, let's go right away, zoom in a little bit. I'm currently getting the pullback, currently getting the drop right now. Check the reaction here at the highs, because what we want to see, this inverted, right? Look at the choppiness here right there at this level of resistance. So you get that move to the upside, you create 1, 2, 3, and then you reverse. And when we do analyze the pullback here, what we do want to see lower levels, because 382 is very shallow, I would prefer to check the reaction at 50% or the 618. If we do get a much larger pullback at the 618, 618 is ideal. That is where you do have another zone of proven resistance, right? You can see here the highs here created just a few days ago, right? You got a nice consolidation right there. That would be the zone. How in between 50% and 618. What I do want to see, we're getting the drop right now on XRP. What I would want to see here in the next coming days is either the 50% forming that double, triple bottom scenario. If you do start getting that choppiness sideways momentum, just like here, right? You're getting the sideways momentum. You're hitting the high several times. This is ready for the reversal. You know, you want to see this choppiness. 1, 2, triple bottom, boom. You know, the next one not reaching, bang, back down. Same but reversed. The choppiness here at 50% or the 618, if we do manage to come all the way down there, is going to be the signal to get into the long position. And obviously you want to look for that double bottom, right? You have a low, you get the low, and once you recover from the next low, you want to get in, you be defensive. If you come back down, claim the low, same scenario, rinse and repeat. I get stopped out many times at break even because I'm a defensive trader. I get a small little pump and I'm already defensive because I'm aware of that low being taken again. But I get stopped out, you claim the low again, and then I re-enter again till I finally get into the move. So this is what we would want to see here on XRP. I mean, this local swing failure pattern is an acceptable long position right now as we speak. Claiming the low, you could have jumped into a long position. For me, it's a little bit of a shallow pullback. The 382 Fibonacci, it is a shallow pullback. Okay, when we do take a look, let me get this out of the way, do a fresh new Fibonacci. 382 is maintaining as support very, very nicely during today, as you can see with this consolidation. For me, it's a bit shallow. I would prefer to see 50% and 618. Remain patient. If the price just leaves without me here, then I would just call it and look for another trade setup. All right, we need to remain very, very patient here for the proper corrective moves. 382 is usually very, very shallow for a pullback. Sometimes you just hit the 382 and you rise. Most of the times that where you're going to see the better opportunities is in between 50% and 618. Even 7.8 when it's very, very aggressive. But overall, the most common ones are 50%, 618, 7.8 sometimes, 382 sometimes. The best scenarios are 50% and 618 from an impulsive move up or down. Could this one be it? Could this one be the low and you're going to see XRP flying? You know, this, if you want to get into a corrective structure, if you have a clear low right there, you know, this is the scenario right now. This is how I get in most of my trading setups on Bitcoin. You have a consolidation, you create a low, you create that wick beneath the level. As soon as you recover above the level, you snipe a long position. If you get the move to the upside, you're creating a swing failure pattern from the highs, you take profits here and you protect position basically from your stop loss. If you come down and you get stopped out right now as we speak, then obviously you are looking for that swing failure pattern from the previous low. However, this is a sniper long position. As soon as you tap that level and you recover, you look here for the, basically that long entry at the lowest part possible. Tight stop loss, and you as you get into profits, you are very, very defensive. Now, this is why I've got the lowest fees on Bybit. You do have the lowest fees on Bybit and on 𝗬cie now currently, because I don't know, 𝗬cie just likes to put the fees down very, very much. And I don't mind getting stopped out with at break even, because the fees are so low. And right now you can trade XRP on Bybit, you can trade it on 𝗬cie as well, and you do have exclusive fee discount only with my link. People from Bybit saying, hey, what would your community like? And I say low fees, because I love my low fees that I do have on Bybit, because of the VIP. This is, for me, for a defensive trader, this is basically the golden thing, having low fees. And you have exclusive low fees with Bybit by signing up with my link down below in the description. If you can't sign up for Bybit on 𝗬cie, you already have the lowest fees at the moment. They have a campaign with low fees right now. You can trade XRP right over there also on 𝗬cie. So let's go through another altcoin. Let's go through some other altcoins. Like I said, I would prefer to see a much larger pullback. If you would have got into that setup, for me, it would have been a break-even moment at the moment. We're just hitting that 382. Preferably, I would prefer 50% and 618 Fibonacci. So it's a game of being a little bit patient. This is a shallow pullback. You could get the bounce. You might not hit 50% or 618. If you want to have those attempts, like I said, you're looking for those wicks, okay? Because what happens with the wicks, you get all of those long traders out of the position that have high leverage. You scare them out, and then you get the rise. So double, triple bottoms and tops are the place where you want to get into the trade with very good risk management. Let's take a look at right away. Andy, check PulsePad. I have a small bag right now, 30-40% up. PulsePad, says Aditya. Let's take a look at PulsePad right away. We're going to take a look at some other cryptos here. Give us a second, guys. PulsePad, PLS pad. Let's take a look at PLS pad. This has been it's been doing relatively good during the last few months. Very, very choppy. I think this is a quite low cap crypto, but I like this. When I do take a look at a chart and I see this pump after the 2022 bear market, right? This is the trap zone. It's, oh my goodness, this is the recovery. No, it's not, and then this is the start of the big recovery likely happening in the next coming months, because you already had the trap zone, right? Massive bear market, sideways momentum for several months. You get the people hyped up, oh my goodness, you get that hope of the possibility of, hey, this might start kicking off, and then you come back down to the lows, and that is your golden ticket. That is your golden ticket, basically, just a gigantic double bottom. When you come back down to the bottom here, creating that double bottom and finding the floor here for several months, then that is your golden ticket, right? Very, very choppy, very volatile here during the last few days. However, it's maintaining that resistance support flip very, very nicely. I would expect this one to actually succeed in the next coming weeks. If you come down and test the lows, you know the deal. You're looking for that swing failure pattern from the lows. That would be the ideal scenario. Very, very choppy and volatile here. For, ideal buying zone would be testing the lows and recovering from that level. That would be your ideal buying ticket, because you're very likely going to come and test the highs. So every time you get to the lows or very, very close to this low over here, it's your buying ticket, right? It just happens consistently. This is how the chart moves, right? You got a low right there over here, as you can see, and you come down to test those lows right there. This is your buying ticket as you recover, because then you're looking for the highs to be taken. So if you got these highs right there, you create that choppiness here beneath this level. You know, this is your buying zone where you're looking for the lows not to be broken to then finally test the highs, continue that momentum. So overall, PulsePad is looking pretty good to smash those highs here from February. Looks quite good. Calm down this normal market. Andy, please take a look at PAL. Cava. PAL AI looks bullish. Cava, we're going to take a look at Cava right away. Let's take a look at PAL. PAL US dollar. PAL AI looks very bullish. Yeah, this looks insanely bullish. This has just gone through the roof. PAL AI looks very bullish. Yeah, this is, would really not be interested in buying this, even though it's likely just going to continue to the upside. Really not interested in a chart like this. If you want to just, you know, the best thing to speculate on these is just look for that basic support resistance flip, right? But this is for me to buy for the long term. Even AI can do another few X's. I would just be trading this as a basic resistance support flip right there, right? Where you do, you know, you're just in a very solid uptrend, but really not interested. This could break down at some point in, you know, the next coming weeks. This is just hyped up. It's very hyped up. Let's take a look at Cava right away. Let's take a look at Cava, see what Cava's doing. Is it pumping very aggressively already? Currently testing the value area high of this trading zone. It's been having some very volatile moves here back in 2023. It looks relatively good. It's just struggling right now from the value area high of 2023. As you can see right there, it's just struggling here a little bit, but overall it looks quite good. It does look good, and the main reason why is the double bottom scenario, right? You got the bottom here from 2023, another bottom created in October of 2023, and this could be the very early stages of the next massive run. I think, like we mentioned on other cryptos, we're looking at this to be the third wave, so you would expect a big projection here in the coming days on Cava. Cava looks good. The breakout has been very shallow. It's just consolidating. I think it's just building up for the next move here to the upside in the next coming days, possibly weeks, right? If we just get a bit more volatility. I do see here a very nice projection in the next coming days, couple of weeks, possibly to the $1.33. If we do count the low here from October of 23, it just looks very good. You got a classic low, test the low again, and like other, you know, a lot of the altcoins, you know, just getting some massive rallies during the last few weeks, and some of them are lagging behind. And I think Cava, you know, Cava is a good project. Should very likely see some upside momentum here in the next few days. Could get a bit of choppiness, volatility here to the downside. I mean, this is the danger right there. Any volatile move here to the downside, I think it's just going to be opportunity, because this is in that third wave formation. Looks pretty good. Right. BTC is dumping. We got BTC dumping. Let's take a look at BTC. It's getting a bit of a drop right now. BTC is dumping at the moment. It's getting a corrective move. Let's talk about Bitcoin a little bit here. It's breaking through here. Got a beautiful bounce. We had the news today. Obviously, we had the inflation rate. It was, I think, slightly higher than expected, or 3.2. Is actually higher than previous. So inflation has gone up a little bit. Inflation has gone up by 0.1%. So inflation up. I mean, this is why Bitcoin is breaking all-time high from all the currencies in the world. Currencies from all the countries are just losing control with inflation. And, you know, this is why Bitcoin is getting that beautiful rally during the last few weeks, smashing all-time high. A bit of a pullback here, no doubt. Created a beautiful swing failure pattern today. From the all-time high, it's breaking previous day value area low. Let's see if we do manage to recover. For me, a sign of strength would be getting back above the previous day value area low. We got Bitcoin breaking through previous day value area low. We're going to take a look at CVD, see if we do have any bullish CVD divergence with this movement down, which is very, very likely. I can already see them. We got a lot of selling pressure coming in right now. We're already forming bullish CVD divergence on most of the exchanges, which is quite good. We're already forming here slightly lower low from this pivot point here before yesterday. So yeah, I'm likely going to see a consolidation at some point here on Bitcoin. I think this is an opportunity retracement. I would want to see a consolidation, get that range, get those wicks here, get whatever needs to happen, but maintain here the range. We've got previous day equilibrium, which is the 50% Fibonacci from the pivot low to the pivot high. We got a proven level of resistance here from before yesterday, Sunday. 50% looks good. I would want to see the price reacting at this zone, and if it does not react at this zone, I would be just waiting for the 618. 618 is sitting where we have the previous all-time high of 2021. This is this green horizontal line, 2021 all-time high. We have the 618 Fibonacci from this last pump that we've had the last couple of days. Very, very interesting zone to actually get supported. Very, very interesting zone. That is a 50% and does not hold right there. But like I said, I want to see that choppiness, and that choppiness maintaining our support is where I would be looking for my opportunity long position. If you suddenly bounce from this zone, you're getting a massive recovery pump. We would have to get above previous day value area low, where we've proven to see that huge bounce. Look at this previous day value area low, just getting that bounce. So you got previous day value area high, rejecting with the swing failure pattern. This is when we had the news event. Swing failure pattern from the highs, big pullback, and a big bounce from previous day value area low. If price manages in the next coming hours to get above the previous day value area low, that is going to be a good sign of strength. I would just see this as, it needs to pump with some nice volume, and that retracement is going to be the opportunity zone here to get, just to continue the momentum to the upside that we have on Bitcoin on the higher time frames, right? Keeping it simple. Right, I'll go. Let's go right away. I got a super chat here from Ghana. Hey, thanks for the super chat. Let's go right away here through the Devolt. I can see you. I couldn't see you in the comment section. Thanks for joining, guys. Go and check out Devolt. He is a coach in the Legends trading community. Does absolutely, insane technical analysis and education, looking for projected moves that we can take, good opportunities in the Legends community. If you don't know about the Legends trading community, me and Devolt provide daily analysis and possible trading setups, looking for the levels. You can sign up in the Legends community on that third link, okay? We do provide videos every single day on technical analysis and looking for those trading opportunities. Let's continue here with the super chat here from Ghana. Hey Andy, can you take a look at Flow? Looks like a juicy spot entry. Let's take a look at that right away. Flow. Let's take a look at Flow on the chart, because it looks like a good spot entry. If it does looks good, I would even buy some myself. Ooh, this is just pumped a little bit too aggressive. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is oof. I'm not too sure about this. I would prefer to get into a corrective move in a descending wedge structure, right? I would rather get into a wedgie scenario here than actually buying right now. This has rallied quite a lot during the last couple of weeks. Would be a little bit cautious. I mean, you can see here, like we talk about many different altcoins of the possible projection, right? Such as Acropolis. Acropolis looks insane. Looks very, very good. Before, this has pumped quite aggressively. We're probably already hitting the 1.618 extension. Yeah, we just tapped it. This for me would not be a level to buy on spot. And the main reason why is because we've hit an extension level, which is the 1.618, from the low of October to the high of December to the low of January. And we hit the 1.618 is a classic target zone for a third wave. And what happens, you know, you could extend to the 2 or the 2.618. Of course, this is what you get with third waves, but I wouldn't be interested in buying here as you know, as a technical analyst, because it's already a projected move for a third wave top. Third waves can go to the 1.2 or 2.618. But I would not be interested here. I would rather look for that fourth wave and then look for the fifth wave to take profit. So what could happen here, looking at Elliott wave theory, if we do correct down to the 382 50% Fibonacci, which is the most common retracement, if we start to get into that wedgie structure here in a three-wave move down, right? This is what happened back over here with the second wave. Corrective waves move in three waves most of the times, and what you can see here is a nice move to the downside, back up and come and test the low here, and then you get the rise, forming that wedgie structure. If we were to get that corrective move here in the coming days, I would be looking, okay, if this is a third wave, which is just very likely, we got the lows from October, it's pretty obvious that it is a third wave, so you cannot overpass the first wave. So what is likely that you are going to correct somewhere in this stage, right, in this area. So to take a look at the possible levels here where the price could bottom out here, if this is what were to be a local top, is that 382 and 50% Fibonacci. We're talking about the $1.30 and $1.20 level, okay, where it's the most common retracement for a fourth wave. So if you move down here, get a bounce, create a lower high and start moving down here in a three-wave structure, that is the moment you want to be extremely interested in this token, right, flow, to get the next rally in that 5-wave to claim the highs where you are going to take profits. You are going to take profits as you're pumping, right? I know we want to jump on the pump, but you would want to get in at lowest level possibles. And, you know, if we look at this, at the waves, you just need to remain patient. Could this third wave extend to the 2 level? Right, to the 2 or the 2.618. It is possible, you know, we never know that. But what we do know is that if you pull back, that you are likely, you know, if you're pulling back in a three-wave structure, in a wedgie structure, that is where you know that you have extreme high probability that this is going to find the bottom formation and you're going to finally come and test those highs again. And this is where you want to get out. You want to get out at the highs, because this could end up in a nasty double top fifth wave, truncated fifth wave right there, and you get that, you know, deep corrective move down below the fourth wave. You want to get out no matter what, because you don't know how high you can go. You're just a level-to-level trader. You get in and you get out. You're going to be the one with your profits in the pocket. Don't be the last one taking profits, because if you're the last one taking profit, holding your bag, you're probably going to ride your bag all the way down, even in negative, right? Let the last guy, you know, take profit, whoever that is, you know, be responsible, be the one that takes some profits in you know, in the pocket. And this is why this for me is not a great zone to buy. You know, this is pumped quite a lot. It's already hitting the 1.618 extension, which is a common target for a third wave, and would be very, 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 very cautious on this. Would be waiting for that, be patient for that pullback. If the pullback doesn't happen, then okay, it is what it is, but stay on the safe game. You could probably get a greater opportunity in the case of flow. Let me just double check here if you can trade flow on Bybit. You probably can. Yeah, you can even buy, yeah, you can spot buy flow, and you can even trade it on Bybit on perpetual. If you are using any leverage, make sure to use responsible leverage on these altcoins. 2, 3, 4x max. I wouldn't do 10x's or 20x's on volatile altcoins, guys, because you can get liquidated. I'm sure that most of you do know that already. Do responsible trading, because I want you to succeed as a trader. You do have that incredible bonus on Bybit, 20% fee reduction, and also 𝗖𝗄. If you cannot trade on Bybit, you know, 𝗖𝗄 is a great alternative. I'm sure you can trade a flow on 𝗖𝗄 as well. Let's go here, continue through the comment section. Dave Digital, spamming is not the preferred method of communication with Andy. Please refrain from spamming. Yes, guys. Yeah, don't spam too much. Okay, I've got a 10-second. I'm going to start moving it to 20-30 seconds, right? Don't spam. I do my best here to read most of the comments. I want to help. I want to do proper analysis. You know, it does take me a few minutes to analyze a chart, doing the basic analysis. Obviously, I don't go into very much advanced details because it just wouldn't take time for me to go through a few comments. Digibyte, DGB. I actually sold all of my Digibyte when it was at 6 cents approximately. I did buy Digibyte at 1 cent, and in the previous cycle, you know, Digibyte was one of my altcoins that I had from the previous cycle, and I sold most of my Digibyte here at the 6 cent zone, which was very, very good in profits, but rode most of the bag down and just sold at around about 2 cents. Okay, don't have any Digibyte anymore in my portfolio. Did sell at a profit, did not sell at the all-time high. It's just it didn't happen. But did take profits on Digibyte. I used to hold Digibyte, but I flipped to some other altcoins. Digibyte looks relatively quite good. I mean, it has been pumping very nicely. When we go with that theory of the low of October, I mean, look at this, guys. You know, I would be not that interested. I mean, for spot buy, I think Digibyte does have some room to grow in the next coming months. However, right now, I would not be too interested in buying a bag for the short term for a quick flip, right? The quick flip ones, you know, are Acropolis. This could be, you could flip here, get a 50% gain in a matter of days or maybe a week or so. You know, give or take a bit of room, right? It's just ain't going to pump overnight as we mention it. Or even EGLD, right? EGLD. I mean, this one has to. This one is going to pop at some point. It's going to pop as it is in that third wave projection. It's in the third wave projection. It hasn't pumped yet. When we do analyze the lows of October, the highs of December, the lows of January. Highs of December, a lot of the altcoins have broken it, guys. I'm not interested in that third wave. EGLD is one that I would get a bunch of EGLD on my portfolio to do a quick flip in the next coming weeks, because it could potentially get that 50 to 100% pump staying realistic. 50 to 100% pump. When we do take a look at Digibyte, we can see the lows in October, the highs of December, and the lows of January. And when we do take a look at the extension, we are, the extension has gone pretty high, but overtaking the second, the two to one, right? Basically, the third wave has already been 2 times larger than the first wave. But what I want to make you understand here for the quick flips is right now where Digibyte is, it could get a corrective move and create a 5th wave and then get a nasty corrective move here as we get into the halving, just a month or 2 after the halving. You ain't going to do much gains here flipping Digibyte at the moment. And what I want to make you understand is a lot of the altcoins, good projects, have broken the December highs with a very powerful move. They've broken the December highs. This is looking at the daily chart. A lot of good projects haven't broken yet the December highs. And this is when we go to take a look at a good crypto altcoin such as EGLD. My goodness, this has not broken the December highs. And when the altcoins have been breaking December highs, they have been absolutely smashing it. You can take a look at, I don't know. We have Theta. I mean, this one is just one that went absolutely bananas, breaking December highs. December highs right over here, right? What happens to the altcoins that break December highs after creating 1, 2, 3 waves? Absolutely smashed it. Let's take a look at Uniswap, right? Uniswap. What happened to Uniswap when we broke December highs? Yeah, it absolutely smashed December highs with a massive third wave projection. Which ones haven't broken December highs? Right? I think it's really simple, right? I got some people asking, Digibyte. Digibyte has already broken December highs with a big projected move, right? It's just I can't make any gains with that projection. Will it go higher? Probably yes, but I want to know the ones that haven't broken December highs. And when we take a look at EGLD, hey, EGLD hasn't broken December highs. This is very likely gonna bring me some gains in my pocket in the next coming weeks. So yeah, you get the deal, right? Because I know we're doing a live stream in the next couple of weeks, and we're probably going to see EGLD trading here somewhere around the $130. Hey, take a look at EGLD. I'm like, yeah, we did take a look at EGLD when we were trading already before the December highs. It's lagging behind. It's likely going to get that projected move at some point. Stay cautious. We're going to see that volatility. It's gaining that momentum. This might take a few more days, might get a bit of choppiness, but overall, you're looking for the projection to break December highs. Every single altcoin that has broken December highs has, had a major pump. There are a few that struggle with the highs. There are a few that struggle a little bit, but overall, they do manage to get that momentum. So, anyway, let's go right away through Algorand. Let's take a look at Algorand. I'm sure Algorand broke. I do hold a small bag of Algorand. Yeah, I mean, this one it's on the way. It did hit the highs of, look at this. This is what I want to explain as well. December highs. This is the projection still very, very good on Algorand. Still has quite a lot of room. The main reason why it's struggling here is because it's hitting a major lower high. It's hitting a major lower high where it has been proven to be a selling point. It's been a proven level of resistance, and this is why it's struggling here a little bit. But overall, I would expect Algorand to get, maybe some volatile moves to the downside and continue here to the upside, obviously, because the projection here is still, at least to the 1.618 as a third wave, still easy 40 cents in the next coming weeks for Algorand. And like I said, a lot of the altcoins struggle to break that high here. Look at the corrective move that happened on Algorand as we hit December highs. We hit December highs, boom, massive corrective move of 20%. This is why if you use high leverage on a breakout at a high, it's extremely dangerous. Use low leverage, buy on spot, or use low leverage 2-3x. That is enough to make significant gains in the next coming weeks. If you use high leverage and you get one of these bad boys that comes to the downside with a 20% drop, if you're using already over a 5x leverage, that is 5 times more. Obviously, if you're using more than a 5x leverage, 20% pullback on a 5x leverage is 100% drawdown, meaning that you're getting liquidated, right? If you're losing 100% of that position, you're getting liquidated. Basically, you're just empty. So 20% pullback on a 5x leverage is 100% pullback. So you don't want to use over a 5x leverage on these altcoins when you're looking to ride this trend. Easy 2x, 3x, where your liquidation is relatively far away, and just ride the momentum safely, right? And not use more than 3% of your capital, right? You ain't going to get with 50% of your capital in this epic long trade with a swing trade, right? And you get in negative and then you're adding to your position. I don't want any people trading like that, because this is a full recipe to get absolutely exterminated. and then you're going to be crying in your bed saying, why did I get into that position? This is how I traded back in the day, and obviously got burnt many times, and do not trade like this anymore, because it's irresponsible trading. But what I want to explain here basically is some of the altcoins do struggle here at the highs of December. You're probably going to see EGLD. You're probably going to see EGLD. 𝗬𝗏. I mean, 𝗬𝗏 was a great call here. 𝗬𝗏, I think, is just going to hit these highs at 48 cents at some point. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's getting choppy. It's struggling a little bit with these highs. It's currently just tapped the highs here from April. We talked about 𝗬𝗏 a couple of days ago, 3 days ago, when we were trading around about the 23 cent level. Already had a massive pump. If this is an easy flip, this already pumped 50%. You put 10k here, you're making easy 5k profit in just a few days, right? If you put 50k, depending on how much you can afford to put on these spot buys or leverage, right? They're just easy quick flips. And I'm very much interested right now in the bull market. I had a bunch of cash and I wanted to buy more altcoins in the bear market, expecting lower, expecting cheaper prices. You always need to hold a bunch of cash. And I got a bunch of cash here that I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm just doing the easy flips right now, where you put, whatever you can afford, 20k, 40k, 50k on these altcoins, and you're making easy, 20, 30k profits in a matter of a few days. Because the bunch of cash, you just need to play around with these altcoins and take advantage of this momentum wave. And if you missed out in buying at cheaper levels, you just do the easy flips, right? Easy flips, and that's how you can gain quick cash on these projected moves. So what I wanted to explain, sorry about that. What I wanted to explain about EGLD is that it potentially can struggle with the highs, right? Let's go with EGLD here 1 second, because I think EGLD is just going to be, you're just going to see a big breakout at some point from December highs. When you do, all right, just so you remain patient and you understand, okay? Because you might hit the highs and you get a huge pullback and then you break through. Just like Algorand. Look what happened to Algorand when you tested the December highs. This is on the daily chart. You got a 20% pullback, but overall, you managed to break through here the highs of December. So stay cautious. This obviously, with that pullback just about a week ago, it got a 40% pump. The opportunities that are, you are going to see here possibly on EGLD is probably testing the highs, get a gigantic pullback of 10-20%, and then finally break through. So learn how the market moves, because people, oh my goodness, we're hitting the highs and we're probably going to smash through, and that might be the case. But just so you understand that these pullbacks happen. And so far so good. Algorand is doing very well, and it's likely to get that momentum here to the upside in the next coming days and weeks. Okay, it's managed to break through successfully that December high, and the projection move here for Algorand as a third wave is actually going to around about the 40 cents, right? When we do take a look at that extension from the lows of October of 23 to the highs of December to the lows of January of this year, it's still got a really nice projection, and we are above those highs. So it's just going to be a bit choppy, right? But overall, it's likely just to follow through in the next coming days and weeks. So EGLD, there is time for EGLD. I think the pullbacks on EGLD, like you can see here during the last couple of weeks, is just opportunity zones. It's opportunity zones till it actually breaks through the highs. So EGLD looking very good. It's one of them that hasn't broken the December highs. So we haven't broken December highs. It's an insane good project. Opportunity, baby. That is where I do see opportunity. Let's go. So it's a good strategy to DCA into eGold during the next days, right? You know, I am going to buy a bunch of eGold, you know, no doubt. I do see here a possible easy flip. So far, the cryptos that we have been talking about the last few days, Mina protocol, Phantom, you know, Phantom was obviously the killing one, right? Where we talked about it when we were trading at the 50-cent level, and it managed is trading around about the 80-cent level with a beautiful, you know, over 50% pump, 70% pump or so. That was last week. We did have the last few days, obviously UOS. We did have DAG as well. DAG is doing, got a bunch of DAG. This is an insane project which is doing very, very well. We talked about DAG as well when we were trading at the low 50-cent zone. Looking for this December breakout, right? We were looking for the December high breakout, and this is, you know, when we take a look at eGold is sitting at this stage right now. It's you're kind of a little bit late, but you understand the projection, right? This is where we understand the possible projection that we have on this third wave, and eGold is there. eGold is there, not breaking December highs just yet. So, you know, you would expect that momentum to continue here, as it is one of those altcoins that is just lagging behind. It's just lagging behind, but it overall very likely is going to manage to pick up with the rest of them, right? Right, let's guys, I'm going to wrap it up right away. Gone through most of the altcoins. Let's take a look at one more altcoin, guys. Let's see if we do you see any altcoins, good projects, right? Don't talk to me about some, you know, random altcoin that it has 1 million market cap and looks dead. But let me know right away. Cryptocurrency, Chainlink. Let's take a look at Chainlink. Chainlink, one of my biggest holdings in my portfolio. Strong believer of Chainlink. I'm a little bit in doubt with Chainlink at the moment, and the main reason why is the low created here in June of 2023. The main reason why I'm a bit in doubt is because we've formed 5 momentum waves. I think the next pullback, if we were to get a severe pullback on Bitcoin and the rest of the altcoins, is going to be the next opportunity zone, and I will deploy a bunch of cash on Chainlink again if we are going to see a pullback in the next coming weeks, because I think it's just going to be the second opportunity of this bull run, as this is a one wave up. The second wave could be forming on higher time frames, you know, in the next couple of months, entering into the halving stages, a bit more of a pullback. If Chainlink does manage to go to that $12-13 level, I think it's going to be a golden opportunity. I'm talking to myself here. That is what I, you know, I would be very much happy to deploy a bunch of cash onto Chainlink if it does manage to get beneath the $13-12 range. But any altcoins that hasn't broken the December highs, Waves. Let's take a look at Waves. I think Waves has broken the December highs already. Waves, Waves is it. You know, it is there. It is there. It is there. I would expect more projection to the upside on Waves. Struggling a little bit more. Got a bunch of volatility here. Would expect Waves to continue the projection. I don't like it as much as eGold. Obviously eGold is much lower. Don't like it as much. Monk, you are the boss. Thank you very much, my man. Guys, stay safe in this Atom. Let's take a look at Atom. Atom, insane project. Very good. Very good project. Yeah, this is already breaking that December highs. Would expect Atom to actually, you know, claim these highs even in the next coming weeks. Looks pretty good. This projection here of this third wave still has some steam. Here. What we need to be cautious about, guys, is what Bitcoin is doing. Bitcoin is getting, you know, pretty severe pullback. We're currently just hitting the 50% Fibonacci from yesterday. You know, it needs to cool off at some point. We got that famous Bart Simpson pattern here on Bitcoin. it happened. The Bart-Simpson pattern happened right over here. As we can see, would want to see Bitcoin going into sideways momentum, and then I would be looking for a possible trading setup, obviously with the Legends trading community. Guys, thank you very much for joining the stream. It's been an absolute wonderful one. Hopefully you've got value. We've been taking a look at some altcoins that can have some possible gains in the next coming days and weeks. Check out, guys, the affiliate links. You do have insane bonuses. Bybit, 𝗬cie, that is where I do most of my crypto trading. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, smash up that like button, and I will see you in tomorrow's live stream. Thank you and goodbye.